The dog days of summer are here, and today we're going to be doing some walleye fishing, and I'm going to give you some little tips and tricks on how I kind of catch walleyes during these the dog days of summer. You know, it's definitely doable. The fishing does slow down significantly when we go into August, but you can still put yourself together a pretty good bite program and catch a bunch of walleyes. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do it. There we go. Oh. The fish aren't biting great, but we're still getting bites. So you really can't complain too much as long as you're catching something. It's definitely better than nothing. But this bite has been just terrible. But you know, we're making do. You know, I mean, I kind of found a little area that I'm seeing a lot more fish holding. It's really just a big sand flat. And I think it gets overlooked a lot just because there's really nothing here that's holding fish, or that you would think would hold fish. It's kind of just scattered rock and big sand and a few weeds here and there, but it's holding a couple fish. We're getting a few bites. You know, nothing out of this world, but I mean, we're catching fish, so you really can't be mad about the bite, because we're definitely getting some to go. There's one. There it is. Oh man, the bite has been anything but crazy fast today. It has been slow, but we are catching fish. So you really can't complain too much about it, but man, there he is. Another walleye. This is on a moonlight tungsten jig with a crawler. These fish have been belly on bottom. And I mean, you can't hardly see them, you can't hardly get them to chase. But that's the reality of walleye fishing in August. These fish are anything but crazy aggressive. You know, another great eater if we're keeping fish today. If we're keeping fish today, this would be the one I'd keep. But it's slow. And when fishing gets slow, all you can do is just kind of ride it out. And that's what I'm doing today. We're just kind of working this bait really, really slow. I'm just kind of lifting it, pausing it, reeling down. Lift, pause, reel down, and there's a bite. There he is. So just kind of that float technique, I call it, where really you're not really jigging it. You're just kind of floating and suspending this crawler in the water column. It kind of is a little less aggressive for these fish, and they tend to bite a little bit better on these bluebird days like today. Looks another walleye there. Not bad. And give him time when you do that too. Like, I didn't feel him bite, but I saw the tip of my rod bounce, which is why I really love this rod. It's super, super sensitive. And give him time. You know, I gave him probably 2 to 3 seconds to bite this jig. And that gives him time to eat it enough where I got to get my pliers out for the first time today. That guy was a little bit more aggressive than the rest of them. Didn't need much. I didn't feel like getting my fingers all poked. So there he is, my 16 and a half, 17-inch fish. Beautiful eater, and that's all we're doing today. You know, it's super simple. Floating is key out here right now, today anyways. When it's flat, calm, sunny, well, it's not a whole lot of cloud cover. But there he is. We're gonna send this one back and get a couple more to go. There he is. There we go. Oh man, I worked that fish for way too long to try to get it to bite. You know, they're not really schooling this time of year like they were, you know, last month and the month before, but we're just really just looking for single fish is about it. You know, like, I wanted to come out here and drag spinners, but the surface weeds are just unreal right now, where that just wasn't really an option. So we're just throwing a jig and a crawler. I tried plastics and Ned rigs, drop shots, slip bobbers. I went through a whole arsenal to try to get something to go. and the only thing they could bite is a jig and a crawler. They might go with a jig and a leech. Haven't really tried that a whole lot. Jig and a crawler's working, so we're gonna keep with that. There we go. That guy actually smoked it pretty good. Best bite all day by far. It was right behind the boat too, kind of suspended. Found a couple suspended marks, and those fish seem to be biting a lot better than the fish that are kind of hugging on bottom like 95% of these fish are. It's probably one of the bigger fish out of the day too. Get him unhooked out of the net here. There we go. He cracked it pretty good, which is always a bonus when they hit it. You know, it's a good fish. And you know, we're just rigging these jig and crawlers really, really slow. We're not doing anything too fast. When it comes to this time of month, it kind of seems to be slower is better in August. Just really finessey, really lightweights, you know, and it seems to be doing the trick. This nice little walleye, we're gonna get this guy back and try to get one or two more for the video, and hopefully we can do it. You know, but slow and steady wins the race, and that's what we're doing. There's one. Light biting. Didn't even feel him bite it. It was just a light little weight. This is feeling like maybe a little bigger fish. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be like a 16-incher, but it's got weight to it. You know, it's got some heaviness, which is always fun. Oh, not a big one, but not a bad one. Not a bad one when the fishing's slow like this. Beautiful, probably, I gotta be almost 19 inches, I bet. Just going around this sand flat, you know, with a little gravel mixed in. Slowly working these jig and crawlers on bottom, and I'm lucky enough to grab a couple fish. There he is, got him that time. Oh, it's a big bass. Actually a good looking bass. I didn't see what it was. It is a nice bass. I think it's a smallie. It is. Man, I love smallmouth fishing. I should go do more of this. I'm not trying to today, but I'll take them when I can. They are so much fun. They have so much power behind them. This kind of turned into a nice multi-species day. Started with the carp, got some walleyes, and now I got a smallmouth. Probably a 1.5 pounder, I bet. Beautiful looking fish. These are so much fun. I should really do a video on smallmouth fishing because I absolutely love them. Throw this guy back and try to get another walleye. There we go. That one actually cracked it pretty good. But, you know, I think a lot of guys get intimidated fishing in conditions like this, especially midday. You know, it is, what is it, 1 o'clock, 1:30 right now, and we're out here and we're still catching some walleyes. This one seems a little bigger. I'm gonna start back reeling. There's a little bigger fish. That's actually a pretty good one. But there's really nothing to be intimidated when you're fishing midday. You know, all you got to do is just kind of slow down, fish a little slower, work your spots a little bit more precise, and that's really all it takes. And just kind of commit. That's a good walleye. That's a good walleye. We like that one. We really like that one. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Got him in the net. Look at this fish, guys. Man, the head on this thing is just unreal. Wow. That is beautiful. He's on my net. Look at that fish. Talk about a midday stud. But that is all it takes right there. I'm gonna end this video on a high note. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one.